If you've been told that improvement with scoliosis has to look like a straighter spine, this might be the most important thing you hear today. You can build strength, move better, and reduce pain without ever changing what your spine looks like on an X-ray. We do work in a neutral position, but neutral isn't about making your spine perfectly straight. It's about training in a position where your body can organize, support itself, and actually access strength. And yes, that alone can change your life. My name is Dr. Beth Terranova. I am a scoliosis specialist physical therapist and a person with scoliosis myself. And I want to start this video by clearing up something right away. When we talk about finding a neutral position for scoliosis, we don't mean 100% perfect alignment. We're looking for a functional alignment, the position where your body can stabilize, breathe fully, and share load efficiently. If your spine still has some curve when you're in that neutral position, that's expected. We want to see improvement in posture in our neutral position, but it's not only about that. It's about how you can also control that neutral position. You're training there not to erase your curve, but to give your nervous system a safe, organized foundation to work from. This is where strength can become accessible instead of intimidating. Most conventional thinking with adult scoliosis is stuck on imaging. How much did the curve change? But here's the truth that most people never hear. Your curve does not need to change for your life to change. You can move with less pain, feel steadier in daily tasks, build confidence in your movements, sleep better at night, and stay active without fear. All of those are real improvements, and none of them require a change in your curve degrees. That's because pain and function aren't determined by the curve as much as they're determined by how well your body manages load, control, and movement. Before strength, your body needs a place to organize. With scoliosis, one side of the ribs expands very easily, the other side becomes stiff and compromised, and your breath patterns can become imbalanced. This is why we start with breathing and rib mobility, not only as a warm-up, but as a foundation. When your breathing mechanics improve and your ribs work better, your nervous system can relax and your muscles can finally participate, not just brace all the time. This is where the big shift happens, and instead of fighting the curve, we train with it. Because your spine lives in a curved, rotated, three-dimensional shape. If we're really working so hard to try to overcorrect it, we might be actually overbracing and not being able to progress our strengthening. But if we can work in a comfortable, neutral, supported position, one that respects the body's current shape, the muscles can learn to support the spine in its best possible alignment. That's real functional strength. That's what carries over into walking, lifting, sitting, reaching, all the things that you're doing in your everyday life. Most people still think that core strength means crunches, sit-ups, bicycle rotation, ab type work. But with scoliosis, core control is far more important than just feeling the core contracting. Core control means resisting unwanted rotation, maintaining stability through movement, coordinating the ribs, pelvis, and spine to work together, and finding balanced loading without overworking the dominant side. That's what really protects your spine when you're doing a dynamic movement, not just endless repetitions of a class that goes on for hours, just doing 1,000 of the same thing on both sides. And that's why that typical symmetrical core work can feel useless, because it doesn't really address the real challenge, which is 3D control of the spine. So let's be very clear here at Strength and Spine. When we work with our clients, we don't use the curve change as the only measure of success. Not because curves can't change, actually curves can improve with the right exercise routine, but because curves improving aren't necessary for progress in many of the things that our clients are looking for improvements in. Meaningful progress looks like less pain during their daily tasks, better endurance, more confidence when they're moving, less fear of flare-ups, and real strength that they can use in their day-to-day. These improvements can happen regardless of what is shown on the X-ray, because they depend on how your body functions. And improving your function is trainable with scoliosis. Here's something that most people have never heard or don't really understand. There's not one individual particular muscle that you need to train to improve your scoliosis. You need the right emphasis and the right alignment throughout your curve. When you have more time, more intention, and more control of your movements, you don't necessarily need more and more and more effort. This might look like doing fewer reps on a stronger side. This might mean more focused time on your quiet muscles or those weak muscles, usually in the concavity of your curve, which aren't doing a lot of the work. This might mean different cues. Often when we work with our clients in our coaching, they might need some cues to maintain their alignment or adjust their footing or adjust how they're doing an exercise in the gym. This might also mean different positioning with propping or padding that can help to balance the curve when you're doing a particular exercise. This can also look like more precise progression. We need to progress exercises over time to continue to build strength, to continue to build endurance of those postural muscles. This small shift alone can make everything click. Instead of chasing one particular muscle that you need to work on, thinking of areas that you need to wake up to realign and to improve with your scoliosis. If all of this resonates with you, but you're not sure how to train this safely and effectively, we've created a resource just for you. It's our Core Control with Scoliosis course. And in this course, you'll learn how to build strength in a neutral position, improve your breath and your rib mobility, develop rotational control, train your core without pain, progress safely over time, and customize the workout for your individual curve pattern. If you're ready to stop chasing straightness, start building strength, confidence, and control, you can check out our course. I'll leave the link in the description below. You don't need a perfectly straight spine to feel stronger. You don't need perfect alignment to move with confidence. And you don't need to change or erase your scoliosis curve to change your life. You need training that meets your body where you are and builds capacity from the inside out. Function beats straightness every time. And once you train that way, your body starts working with you, not against you.